Hi, how are you going?
Perfect, and you?
I'm good. I'm very good. I recently had an experience where I smoked DMT,
All right.
and it was 6 months ago, and I had no idea what I was actually doing. A friend of mine said, "Just trust me, you'll have the best experience of your life."
And was your friend correct?
No.
Oh, all right.
It was for the first part of it, had the worst experience of my life.
Define
Terror.
terror.
Absolute.
That sounds exciting.
It was, I guess, a version of that.
All right. What was terrifying? What specifically frightened you?
I experienced my own death a number of times.
Isn't that exciting?
I don't know.
Do you fear death now, that you now have died and are still alive? Did you lose your fear of death by going through that death so many times?
When I first came out of the DMT, no.
But now?
I couldn't make sense of anything.
But now,
No.
you have not lost your fear of death. Do you fear to die?
I don't think I do anymore, no.
Well, that's what I said. And you said no.
But when I've come back here, I've experienced my mind is foggy. I have lost direction.
That is not because of the DMT.
What is that from?
It is from what you were afraid to face about yourself during the experience, and still to some degree hesitate to incorporate and integrate within your understanding of your total being. Because you see, the DMT does not last in your body. It is automatically and immediately absorbed because it is a natural element produced by your pineal gland all the time. In fact, it's the reason why you dream and go to other dimensions of reality. But being given that same experience to such a strong degree before you were really ready to understand what was happening didn't allow you to integrate the experience in an appropriate way. But the DMT itself, in that sense, didn't cause it. It simply opened up a doorway that was in some ways more than you believed you were capable of handling about the recognitions that were coming to you during that experience. But you are all right.
So there's no permanent damage, nothing?
No.
Like that.
It's all about the resonances, like the ringing and the echo of a bell once rung that you are simply experiencing now because that bell was very loud and you're still experiencing some of the echoes of what that bell put you in touch with. And you need to face those aspects of your consciousness and integrate those beliefs within yourself about your relationship to life, to death, and to yourself, and to your creative powers. Are you acting on your highest excitement in life? Hesitation usually means no.
Yes.
Are you just agreeing with me, or are you answering yes?
No, I had a business that I was wanting to be my higher excitement, but a partnership didn't work out.
All right, and now what are you doing?
Well, I'm in confusion, period.
And again, very exciting. But again, remember, when we talk about the idea of following your excitement, we don't necessarily mean it has to come immediately in the form of a lifelong project, a job, or a career. We simply mean at any given moment you have things that make themselves available to you that contain more excitement than something else and the ability to act upon them. That's all you need to do, is continue to do that. If you cannot see something that spans many years, at least act on what excites you the most in the next moment. And the next moment after that, and the next moment after that, and the next moment after that. And that's all you have to do to get back on track. And that excitement, like a thread, will lead you to more and more excitement that can eventually expand into something that can fill more time in your life. But you have to take some action. You have to take some steps. What is your trepidation?
Well, I guess it's some of my internal belief systems.
About what?
Well, I first of all realized I was hanging on to stories instead of facing a fear that I'm scared to do what I really wanted to do.
All right, well, thank you for that realization. And now that you've had that realization, are you still scared to be your true self and take action on your highest excitement? It's all right to say yes if you are.
Well, the thing is, I get confused over whether that is my highest excitement.
But you see, all you have to do is take some action on that direction. And if it really isn't representative of your highest excitement, it will show you very clearly that it is not. Remember that sometimes on your planet, people gain great clarity about who they are by actually taking a step in the direction of who they are not. So they can make the comparison and know for certain that that's who they are not, and thus then paint a clearer picture of who they are. So it all works out in the end anyway. If you treat it that way, if you approach it that way, it will all serve you. Because remember, excitement is the organizing principle in your life as well as the driving engine of your life. So even if there are things that seem exciting and they turn out not to be, or they could be exciting, but it's not the one you need to act on at this particular moment, the circumstances of taking that action will turn around in such a way as to show you what direction to move in if you're willing and open to use that experience in that way and define it as part of your path instead of an interruption in it or somehow a dead end. Make sense?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Are you willing to use it that way?
Yes, I am.
Then we thank you.
We thank
and you
you.
will apply your experience in that sense in a more positive way.